Just say you don't understand.
I'm confused on that one. I ain't gonna lie.
I'm sorry. What?
I'm confused on that one. I ain't gonna lie.
What are you confused about?
I'm confused on what you asked me.
Which part are you confused about?
You said to increase what crime did I commit? To increase.
The notoriety, street credibility.
Oh, you saying what the crime did I commit?
To my question is not what crime. My question is, how did you mean for your crimes, whatever they were, to increase the notoriety, street credibility, and reputation of YSL, no matter what they were? How did you mean for those crimes to do that thing?
I wouldn't say increase the game for YSL. I would say what I'm trying to get at is like things happen and I reacted.
And
I don't think it's what you're saying. I just don't think it was all about YSL. That's what I'm saying.
are you referring to one specific incident?
I only know about one incident what I pleaded guilty to. I don't know about no other incidents.
Okay. So when I speak of street credibility, um, what do you understand that to
That was a
mean?
good answer.
Is it the same thing for you as fame?
I never really been into that, Ms. Love, about fame and street credibility.
That's okay. But I need you to answer the question. What do you understand street credibility to mean?
I'm stuck, Ms. Love.
Why
I'm
are you
stuck
stuck?
right now because I don't I don't understand what the street credibility is.
Do you know what fame is?
Yeah, I know what fame and street credibility, but I'm a person like I don't go off fame and street credibility. I'm
Yeah, this
just
the Young
basically
Thug trial now.
I believe in being a man, put it like that.
I appreciate that. What do you understand reputation to mean?
Northern Georgia.
You're trying to uphold a reputation, right?
I can't give an answer. You have to give the answers, okay? What do you understand reputation to mean?
A name in the streets.
Okay. So, how did you intend for the crimes you committed to boost YSL's name in the streets?
Hey, everybody's just coming in the chat. We did a reaction to Strong Mommy Chrissy's live. She ended her live, and we instantly went back to watching the YSL Young Thug trial. The person on talking right now is Antonio Sledge. I'm From the way they're questioning him, he's one of the members of YSL. This is day 122.
What's the name of it? I'm trying to think how to answer this question.
Just tell the truth.
I'm gonna tell the truth. I don't know but the truth. I'm just trying to think of a way of saying it with the truth.
Just say whatever's in your mind right now.
Ain't nothing in my mind right now, but what I say.
Okay. Do you need a minute?
Yeah.
Okay.
Could you come back to that one?
No.
to boost the name or the reputation of YSL in the street. That's a good one.
Is he asking, answering, or he just what?
I'm trying to think this little because I don't really. I understand what you're saying, but I don't understand what you're saying. If that makes sense.
I don't understand, y'all.
You understand, but you don't.
Because you saying trying to boost the reputation of YSL in the street.
I just realized we still on the same question. Lord help me. This is how we made it to day 122. I just realized we've been on the same question for about 5 minutes now of him saying, I don't understand. Can you reword that? I don't understand. Can we take, he said, can we go to the next one? She said, no. "Mm, do you need a minute?" Yeah. He taking a minute, y'all. This is funny. Okay. It's the Rico trial going on. I was live earlier watching it. And someone in the chat said the trial is about something about a rap song that they made somewhere around 2015 or 2014 or something like that. And within that song, they talked about some activities that they allegedly did. And now it's coming back to bite them. And here we are on trial, day 122. It's another member, Little Woody. He is hilarious, you guys. I did a Little Woody reaction like probably 2 weeks ago or something. He be on the dang on stand for like 3 hours straight, and his answer is majority of the time, I don't recall. I don't recall. I don't recall. She was reading his testimony, like he went into the police station allegedly some years ago and like snitched a whole bunch allegedly. So the lady is reading the dang on paper to him that he didn't give to the police. He didn't wrote this statement out to the police. She read it back to him, and he was like, I don't recall. I don't recall saying that. I don't recall. Not me. Not me. And then he was like, ma'am, I lied about a lot of stuff. I used to lie all the time. I would just lie to them to get out of stuff. I would just make up stuff. I was laughing so hard, y'all. But that's a little breakdown of what we're watching right now. And
Because I
this
don't
guy
think
is old.
anything I would have done would been to boost the name of YSL in the streets.
Did you not mean to include yourself in the earlier statement that you made when you said YSL is an organization made up of 3 or more members or associates who share common identifiers that include but are not limited to colors, hand signals, and terminology, who have committed crimes intended
Child.
to increase the notoriety, street credibility, and reputation of YSL? Did you not mean to include yourself in that group of 3 or more people? Or was there someone else
I
that you meant?
included myself because I knew I committed a crime, but I wouldn't say the crime was just because the boosted reputation of YSL in the streets. It was about principle.
And when you say it was about principle in what way as it relates to YSL? Because that's what I'm talking about.
That's why the question hard to answer because you keep putting it as YSL.
Now, you said I keep putting it as YSL.
Yes.
Did you testify earlier that the statement that I read to you during my question is a statement you made? Did you make that assertion on December 28th, 2022? Is that something that you said yes to?
Yeah, but I didn't make that question or that answer. That was your question and your answer. And when I was trying to correct you on that, you wouldn't let me correct you on it.
Now you're pointing at something that may or may not be referenced in a moment.
Yeah.
But let's just talk about what you just said. You said that was my question.
Yeah, I did initially.
You said that was my question and my answer.
Yes.
When you say my answer, what do you mean?
The answer of the question. You just said like that question you asked me, it already had the answer on it, and I initiated.
I'm sorry. Are you saying that there is a question on some form that I gave to you?
Yeah, it sounds like a question and an answer already on it.
Okay.
Could you repeat what you said?
Yes. My question to you is, on December 28th, 2022, my first question was, what 3 people who were members of YSL did you know about?
I said me, Gonzalez, and Zachary.
Who had committed crimes intended to increase the notoriety, street credibility, and reputation of YSL. And you said you, Garlington and Zachary.
Right.
And my question to you was, how did the crimes that you committed, let's use another word, how did those crimes make YSL more popular in the streets?
You saying crimes, and I'm saying there's only one crime that I committed. You saying crimes, you using more than one crime.
Okay,
so
we'll say crime. How did the one crime you are talking about right now make YSL more popular in the streets?
I don't think it made YSL more popular.
Okay. How did it increase the notoriety of YSL?
I don't think it increased it either.
How did it improve or
it didn't
increase YSL's name in the streets?
It didn't improve or increase YSL name in the streets.
How did it boost the reputation of YSL?
It did not boost.
What now?
It did not boost the whatever you just said of YSL.
Okay. And how did it improve or increase the street credibility of YSL?
It didn't do that either.
It didn't do that either.
Today, that you know of no one who committed crimes intended to increase the notoriety, street credibility, and reputation of YSL. I need to understand that.
The crime that were committed, I don't think it was to do nothing with YSL, to boost the credibility of the street. None of that.
I'm not talking about crimes that weren't done to increase the street credibility, notoriety, and reputation.
What I'm saying to you.
Hold on. Let me just ask the question. I'm not talking about crimes that were not done.
Your Honor, I'm going to object, asked and answered. He's answered this question.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not talking about crimes that were not done to increase the notoriety, street.
Just judging something else, and she just got a little. Man, she got a vibe.
Credibility and reputation of YSL. So we can put all of the stuff that wasn't done for that purpose out of your mind. Just tell the jury, how did you intend for the crimes that were committed to increase the street credibility, notoriety, and reputation?
Your Honor, I'm going to object. That's facts, not evidence. He has repeatedly said there were no crimes committed, and she is assuming crimes were committed on behalf of YSL in her question.
Sustained. Is it your testimony today? Let me rephrase. Do you know of 3 or more members or associates of YSL who have committed crimes intended to increase the notoriety, street credibility, and reputation of YSL?
No.
You heard him. He said no. Next question.
Do you consider yourself a member or associate of YSL?
An employee?
Either one, either a member or an associate
Neither.
of YSL.
I plead guilty to affiliated to YSL.
Let's put that out of your mind. I'm asking you here today, right now. Do you consider yourself a member of YSL? Let's break it down.
No. Say no.
Yes.
Boy.
And on December 28th, 2022, did you consider yourself?
Why is he saying yes instead of saying no? He already told her earlier that he was an employee. Member, associate, and employee that's completely different. He was an employee according to him. He was the head bodyguard according to them. That's the employee. Child.
yourself a member of YSL?
Well, that's what y'all had me charged with.
We know.
Yes,
That's not
yes,
part of the charge.
yes, yes.
Okay. And how long have you been a member of YSL?
Child.
I don't recall exactly how many years it's been.
Do you remember what year you first became a member of YSL?
No, I don't remember the year that he first started saying why I said I don't remember.
Would showing you a document with your writing on it and a year on it that you signed on December 28th, 2022, refresh your memory?
Yes.
Possibly.
Your Honor, I'm going to approach the witness with what I will mark as State's Exhibit number
He getting real thirsty.
44 Yankee. And I will show it to counsel for either the defendants who wish to see. Just 1 second, Your Honor. I wrote on the one that I have, so I want to make sure I give him the clean copy.
All right, go ahead.
And for the record, I am showing the witness the third page of the document. So page 3 of 7. And the second blank under section 4. And my wonderful team has come through and I have a paper. So I'm going to show you what has been marked State's Exhibit 444 Yankee. And I'm going to turn to page 3. Do not read any of this out loud.
Right.
I'm just going to point to the second blank under section 4 and ask you to read it. Does reading the second blank of the third page of 7 on State's 444 Yankee refresh your memory? Don't
Yeah.
read it out loud.
Yes.
So, Mr. Sledge, would you please tell the jury how long you have been a member of YSL?
It's associated 2012.
Okay. When you say it says associated, what are you meaning?
That's what the plea agreement said.
We'll get to the document itself.
Right.
Right now, I'm asking you, since you've testified that you are currently a member of YSL, how long have you been a member of YSL?
Since 2012.
While associated with YSL, while a member, what have you done to support and express loyalty to YSL that was against the law?
What I pleaded guilty to a drive-by shooting.
I'm not talking about pleading guilty. I'm asking you specifically to please tell the jury what crimes have you committed to express loyalty and support to YSL?
I just answered.
Overruled.
I just answered.
I need you to expressly tell the jury what crimes you have committed to express loyalty and support to YSL.
I don't remember exactly all of them, but I know aggravated battery was one of them. Aggravated assault. Could you refresh my memory? Because I don't remember all the charges I had. There was a lot of charges.
Do you remember what you did, though?
I drove a car.
He drove a car.
So how, when you say you drove a car, how does that lead to your committing aggravated battery and aggravated assault to express loyalty and support for YSL?
I wouldn't say YSL. I say it was basically helping Demiki the Gunner and Quindary Zachary.
Have you ever stated that you committed a drive-by shooting to express support and loyalty to YSL?
Yes, because I pleaded guilty in 2017.
Regardless of your guilty plea, I'm not talking about.
Well, that's the reason I signed that question.
Okay. So since I haven't referenced a question for the jury, I'm trying to keep the record clear, okay? I'm just asking you about acts that you committed that were done to express support and loyalty to YSL.
I just said that.
Hang on a second. I'm going to let her proceed with this.
So you may go ahead. How does driving a car lead to committing aggravated battery and aggravated assault to express loyalty and support for YSL?
You losing me because I understand what you're saying, but what I'm trying to say, it probably was for people who claim to be YSL, if you want to use that as a refer.
I understand that you understand what I'm saying, but I'm asking for the jury's sake, okay? If you can just tell them how driving a car leads to an aggravated battery and an aggravated assault committed to express loyalty and support for YSL.
So you want me to explain to what happened?
I want you to explain how one leads to the other, how it leads to expressing support and loyalty for YSL.
I don't know, my love. I don't even think when I read the plea agreement, I was understanding. I think I was just signing.
I want you to put out of your mind any agreement, and I'm asking you here today.
In no way, then.
In no way?
No way.
So who is it that you know who committed a drive-by shooting to support and express loyalty to YSL?
I already answered that question for you.
Would you answer it again then? I might have missed it.
Me, Garlington, and Zachary.
So given that you, Garlington, and Zachary committed a drive-by shooting to support and express loyalty to YSL, please explain to the jury how you personally intended for that criminal act to express loyalty and support for YSL.
You busted now, buddy.
I already told you I wanted to express for why I said it was just an incident. You making it seem like the crime we committed was for YSL. Yes, I did sign that. I understand what you're saying. I initiate on that question. I'm most definitely initiate on it.
Mr. Sledge, since you're referencing that, and by that, just for the record, I believe that you're referring to 444 Yankee, the document that I just brought to you.
Yes.
Let's talk about that for a little bit, okay?
Yeah, go with that.
Earlier this morning, you asked if you could be allowed to speak with your attorney. Did you not?
Yes,
Did you get a chance to speak with your attorney?
yes.
How long have you had that attorney?
You said how long have you been my attorney, period?
Yes.
I don't know, a lot of years.
Does a lot of years mean more than 5?
Yes, more than 5.
Does-
Probably 15 or better.
And is it a safe assumption to say that you trust your attorney?
Yes,
Okay. And since you're referencing 444 Yankee and you're referencing signing it, did you have access to your attorney at the time you signed it?
yes. But also, when I brought to my attorney attention about that document and told him that that wasn't correct, he came back to me and told me, you said initial, and then I'll be able to explain when I come here today.
Mr. Sledge, please tell the jury whether you requested certain items that were different than what is contained in 444 Yankee to be either changed or removed from that document before you signed it.
When I tried to get it changed, he came back to me and said that you wouldn't change it. Them is exact words to me. When I brought a concern about it, he came back to me and say, you wouldn't change it.
Mr. Sledge, do you understand the question that I'm asking you?
Yes,
Would you please tell the jury
Well-
whether there were changes
no, it
to
was no
this
change.
document
There was no change.
that you personally requested through your attorney?
Yes, and you didn't change it.
Is it your testimony that no changes were made to that document
No change was made to my
from
document.
its original form?
No,
I'm going to show you just. Now, are you saying no, definitely, or no, you don't remember?
I don't remember, but I think most definitely you didn't change it.
I'm going to show you page 6 of 7 on states 444 Yankee at section 5. If either
All right.
council needs to see it, I'd like to.
Yeah, right.
You may.
Okay.
Yes, can you step outside into the hallway, please?
I was about to say, I don't know what happened, y'all. What the heck did we miss? They probably about to take another recess. Oh, yep. Then they went to recess. Let's see if they back. And they still at recess, y'all. That is crazy. And it's gonna be a freaking probably another hour long, 2 hour long recess. I don't know what exactly just happened, but something triggered a recess real quick. I'm going to turn my screen share off and I'm gonna go to my playlist that I have set up already of videos I needed to do reactions on today. And we gonna to end this live because I don't, it's going to be too much for me to change the thumbnail again. It's hard to change the thumbnail once the live is already started. Okay. So, with that being said, you all make sure y'all smack that likety like button on the way out, love bugs. I will talk to y'all in our next YouTube reaction video. Bye, y'all.